All right. Now we're doing freeCodeCamp, JavaScript algorithms and data structures, functional programming, implement map on a prototype. All right. So as we've seen from applying Array.prototype.map, or simply the map method, I say map method whenever it's looking like this. Anyway, earlier, the map method returns an array of the same length as the one it was called on. It also doesn't alter the original array as long as its callback function doesn't, all right? So in other words, map is a pure function, and its output depends solely on its inputs. Plus, it takes another function as its argument, all right? We might learn a lot about the map method if we implement our own version of it. It is recommended that we use a for loop or array.prototype.for each. We're going to use a for loop on this one. So we're going to write our own myMap method, which should behave exactly like the map method. We should not use the built-in map method, and the array instance can be accessed in the myMap using this. All right. So basically, for this one, we're going to make this thing with a for loop. So we'll say for to start off with, and since we're doing it functional programming style, we're going to write all this out. We'll say let index equals 0, while index is less than this dot length, and this is the array that's going to be accessed, like it said over here. What we're going to do is say index plus equals 1 instead of index plus plus, because who knows if somebody that's not familiar with JavaScript is going to come in here, right? So now what we're going to do is we're going to what are we going to do? We're going to run this callback function on this new array, all right? So what we're going to do is we're going to say new array dot push, all right? And we're going to push everything that's in this through the callback function into this new array. So what we're going to do is say new array dot push, and what we're going to push is callback, all right? And this is going to be a function, so we're going to have the parameters inside of here. And the first parameter, if you forgot about the map method parameters, the first parameter is going to be the element, the second is going to be the index, and then the third is going to be the array. So the first one we're going to put in there is going to be the element. So that's going to be this at the current index, all right? So that's going to be the element of whatever array we have. And we'll do an example down here. So that's going to be the first thing. The second thing is going to be the index itself. So we'll just say index. And then the third thing is going to be the array itself. So we'll put this, all right? So it's going to be the element, the index, and then the array itself. And then we're going to return new array. So let's come down here and test it out. So first thing we're going to do is say we're going to let array equal an array that says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then we're going to do a couple of instances for this thing. So we're going to say first, what do we want to do? Let's just double each one of these inside of it. So we'll say doubled, because we're doing it we're doing it functional programming style. So we're going to let doubled equal what should we do? Array dot myMap, and then we're going to say E for element. So let's just element, and then we're going to do this right here, and we're going to say element times 2. Come on now. Times 2, all right? And then for the second one, we're going to say front to back. We'll call it front to back, all right? And we're going to make that equal array.myMap. And this time we don't need the element, so we'll just have the underscore to represent the fact that we don't need the element. And then we'll have the index, and then we'll also have the array itself. Let's call it my array. Let's call it my array. Give me just a second. My array. That way we can say array in this one. My array. Like that. And then we'll do, anyway, and then we'll do that. All right. So now it's going to be the element, which we don't need in this one, we're also going to have the index and the array. And so we'll have the, we're going to wrap this stuff in parentheses because these are all going to be arguments or the parameters of this function call. And then for the function call itself, we'll have, give me a second. We'll have something like this. We'll have first, it's all down here. I'm not making this up. It's going to be this stuff right here. So this is the ×2 one. And then we're going to do this one right here. We'll say array at index plus 1. So array at index plus 1. All right. And then we're going to have pipe for or array at 0. All right. And this is going to bring this first one. It's going to bring this first one to the back. It's going to bring this one to the back. All right. So now let's do a console.log on this. Console. Hold on. Console.log. And we'll say doubled and front to back. All right. And you see every one of these elements in doubled right here is doubled. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then on front to back, we're bringing 1 and sending it to the back like that. And that's what this one's doing. So it looks like it works. Let's run the tests. Looks good. And submit it. All right. Now we're on to use the filter method to extract data from an array. And we'll see you next time.